this was a little bit of a weird matchup. Again, this was the only matchup where the public really won. I don't have too many thoughts in this game because, again, I expected South Carolina to really run through Virginia Tech. I don't expect Virginia Tech to be a contender in any sort. South Carolina won 24-11. Now, they were able to get 125 rushing yards on the ground. And I think it's just a product of Lenore Sellers' threat in the RPO game. Lenore Sellers, I thought he looked pretty good. I really did think he looked pretty good. Now, when we look at polarizing skill sets, like I said time and time again, he has the most polarizing skill set in the country. We saw the plays that he was able to make in this game. No other quarterback in the country could make. He looked like a guy he looked like Cam Newton almost, where he was bringing off 2-3 defenders off of him and able to run for first down. There was just times where he looked like a man playing against boys in the run game. Now, we had a rushing touchdown as well. South Carolina came into this game super, super hot. Like, they were perfect passing, 50 yards, and Lenore Sellers ran in the touchdown on that first drive. So they definitely came in and made a statement. And then really, both teams were really stalling out. I mean, we saw Virginia Tech at a safety. That's another example where, again, Lenore Sellers is going to have to grow in his decision-making. He did take a couple of sacks that I didn't like, a couple of incompletions that I thought he could have wished he had back. So, again, Lenore Sellers' skill set is absolutely phenomenal, and he definitely is a guy that's in the running for Heisman. But, again, I'm not willing to say that he had a outstanding game, way more than my expectations. But, again, he made some plays that nobody else can make. And then also, again, he did have a little bit of botch plays, but they were able to get the win. Kyron Drones, 2 interceptions. His decision-making was pretty bad. Now, the one thing I do have to say about South Carolina is they have just physical freaks. They have guys that could be the best guys in the SEC. When you look at Lenore Sellers, again, like we said, nobody has a skill set with his size, his ability to run the football, and his arm talent. But again, Nick Harbor is the same type of thing. When we look at Nick Harbor, we're talking about a 4-time Gatorade Player of the Year, which is unheard of. Again, 2 in track and field and 2 in football. But when we look at this guy at 6'5", at his weight and his speed, like, again, he could be the most talented receiver in the country outside of like a Jeremiah Smith. But Nick Harbor, the reason why I didn't have him in my top 5 receivers in the country is because I just wanted to see more. Like, he had 300 yards last year. But again, we definitely saw it out of him. 3 receptions, 99 yards, and a touchdown. I believe, like, when he scored that touchdown, that just got to a point where South Carolina was just absolutely bullying Virginia Tech. Like, enough is enough in that fourth quarter after that game was so close for 2 quarters. So, again, Nick Harper's a physical freak. And then Dylan Stewart, like, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. He could be the best edge rusher in college football. He's a physical freak. He's a guy that I have no doubt when it's his time to go into the NFL, he's going to be an absolute game changer. Again, you're looking at the best edge rusher in college football. That's a physical freak, possibly. You're looking at a guy that has as much talent as a receiver to be a top 3 to 5 receiver in the country. And you're looking at Lenore Sellers, who has the talent of everybody. Like, this team has physical freaks. Another thing I wanted to say, what a call by South Carolina to reroute that kick and to bring in that kick return for a touchdown. That was an absolutely insane play as well, if anybody knows what I'm talking about there. I wish South Carolina would have blew him out a little more. I wish I would have saw, a little more consistency from Lenore Sellers after, the safety, the couple of incompletions. Like, I wish this game wasn't so tight for so long. But again, South Carolina is definitely a team to watch out for. I want to see them play opponents in the SEC and see how they fare out. But I like how they look in this game. I think, again, like I said, they have 3 guys that could be at the top of the SEC. And Lenore Sellers, again, one of the quarterbacks in the